What is up, fluffernuts? My name is Ilex Tiller, and I am your Coloring Cryptid. Now, why exactly am I a cryptid? Is it because I'm a little elusive and strange? Or is it just because science can't prove I exist yet? I'll let you all be the judge of that. Getting down to business, like I said, my name is Ilex, and this is my first YouTube video ever. I've been stalking the coloring community for a while now, I'd say about a few months, and some of you may have seen me in your live streams, and I've been the person to basically answer weird questions and talk about mythology and monsters. A few more things about me is that I'm non-binary, and I go by he, she, they pronouns. Any of those are perfectly fine. And I'm autistic, which means I might make strange noises at times. Those are just stims, so please ignore those if they get on your nerves. A little bit more about myself. I'm currently engaged to my beautiful fiance, Joey. We've been together for almost 12 years now, and got engaged officially last year. I know I'm not wearing my engagement ring currently, but that's because I'm at my house. If I was anywhere else outside of my home, like at the doctor's office, or at the grocery store, or at work, I would totally be wearing my engagement ring. I work currently as a security guard who does night shifts. And, yeah, my job is admittedly less Five Nights at Freddy's and more answering phone calls, pressing buttons, and doing paperwork. Sorry to disappoint you all. But it's a good job. I mean, I've been there for almost 10 years, so it must be doing something good for me, right? Aside from coloring, like I said, I'm a massive fan of mythology and monsters and folklore. Those have been some of my biggest special interests since I was a little kid. And translating into that, I am a massive fan of Pokemon. I'm also a huge fan of the series JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I mention that because some of the characters and scenes from that series really inspire my coloring. I also love anything to do with plants and animals, and I'm a big fan of both cuteness and horror, and anything that combines the two. But I think that's enough about me on a personal level, and I'd like to go ahead and show you some of the pages I'm working on, as well as pages I've completed throughout my coloring journey. And the first page I want to show is a work in progress from my copy of Rooms of Wonder by Johanna Basford. My copy is a bit unique because it is spiral bound, and I actually bought it spiral bound from Amazon. And the page I'm currently working on is this fruity mandala page. Now, one thing about me is that I really am not a fan of mandalas, but I am a fan of produce. So I hope to really finish this page soon, definitely by the end of the summer, because what says summer like a fruity, sweet, cool fruit salad? And I'm not just talking about me. My next work in progress is from the newest mythographic Alice in Wonderland by Joseph Kattenbang. And let me tell you, this is actually my very first book by Joseph Kattenbang. I knew that once I saw it was Alice in Wonderland themed, I absolutely had to get it. And the page I'm currently working on is in here somewhere, obviously. And it is this page of the Queen of Hearts coming out of this beautiful playing card. I basically finished basing most of the foreground. I just need to color the background and finish shading everything. And I really like how it's turning out so far. Looking at this Queen of Hearts, she actually reminds me a lot of my mother because of her fabulous brown hair and makeup. Now I'd like to show you some of my completed pages, including ones by my favorite illustrator of all time, Hannah Carlson, and this is the page I finished in her Tales from the City Castle Ruins, not City Ruins. What am I talking about? Tales from the Castle Ruins. I finished this beautiful stained glass rose, and looking at this page makes me realize just how far I've come from where I started. I learned a lot about layering colors and shading and lighting, and just looking at this page makes me very happy. I know that I'll probably look back at this page in a couple of years and think, oh, this isn't as good as I remember, but for now I'm very happy for it. Another page I'd like to show off is in Victorian Fantasy Collection by Kudoi Mori. I actually got the Japanese version of this book because I did not know there was an English version coming out, and I knew I had to have it. And the page I ended up doing was this page in the Zodiac Girls series. This is the Virgo page, and the official title of it is May Happiness Come to You. And I wish that for all of you watching too, and even all of you not watching. I decided to color this page first because I myself am a Virgo, and I really wanted to practice coloring skin and hair. And the strange thing about this page is that I did absolutely no basing on it whatsoever. This is just straight pencils, nothing but dry pencils, and I'm still very proud of it. Another page that was tedious for me, but I'm still very proud of, is the page I did in Mythographic Fairy Folklore by Fabiana Atanasio. This page is actually the buddy color I did with Jess from Coloring Bumblebee. The fact that she wanted to buddy color with me was such an honor, and I knew I had to make it worth her time and her decision. And so this is the Tooth Fairy I ended up doing. I intended for the greens in this page to end up a bit more minty, think minty green for the teeth, but I can't say I'm mad with how they turned out. I do actually really love the pink and green together, and the blue kind of ties it all in. It's like all three Powerpuff Girls in one image. Lastly, I'd like to show off another page I've done by my queen, Hannah Carlson, in Tales from the Forest Kingdom. This page is one I did back a couple of months ago, and it really cemented my transition from being a sort of novice colorist to a more intermediate colorist, and that's this fairy dust page right here. I am still so much in love with it. I love the way the bottle turned out, I love the way the gold frame turned out, and I love the way the white stars turned out. I really hope to have more wins in the future, much like this one. And as long as I keep at it, I suppose I will have them. Wish me luck. And that's all I really have to show for myself for now. Because my work schedule is currently me working 7 days a week and then being off for 7 days, I really hope to post new videos at least once or twice every other week. If there are things you'd like to see from me, such as certain coloring tags, or even my collection or what supplies I use, please let me know. And if you feel I'm your cup of tea so far, please interact with me. Don't be afraid to tell me what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and what I could do in the future. I also have a brand new coloring-oriented Discord server that I'd like to advertise quickly. It's called the Coloring Cryptids, and I sort of made it because the coloring community on Discord is very much lacking, and I'd like to give people who use Discord a lot, like myself, that option to be a part of an extension of the coloring community on that platform. I will be leaving the link in the video description below, so if that interests you, please come by and say hi to us. And I hope to see you soon. Bye bye!